Today we are learning how to subtract integers. Please copy the standard benchmark indicator on a clean page in your math notebook. The student will subtract integers. Subtracting integers. You can draw circles to help you subtract integers. Let a circle be +1 and a filled-in circle be -1. A circle and a filled-in circle are called a zero pair because their sum is 0, just like we talked about with adding integers. To subtract the integers using circles, step 1, represent the first number. So you can see in our examples below here, for -5 minus -3, they've shown -5 with the 5 filled in circles. For step 2, cross out the circles representing the second number. If this is not possible, draw zero pairs until you have enough circles to cross out the second number. Write your answer. So here, because they're subtracting -3, they're going to take away 3 of the circles representing negative numbers. The other way to look at this is 2 negatives become a positive. So when you have minus a negative number, you're really adding it. So another way to write this would be -5 plus 3. So either way, you get -2. For the second example, we have -5 minus 3. So we start with -5. And then we need to take away 3 more. So we're going further to the left on the number line. So that's why we have the 5 dots to represent the -5. And then we need to take away 3 more. So that's where the 3 zero pairs they've created are. But we have to take away the +3 circles. So it becomes -8. Finally, for the last one, we have 5 minus -3. And so we have 5 whole numbers. And then we have 3 of the whole numbers, and we've got 3 zero pairs there, so we're taking that away. And again, because it's 2 negatives in a row, it becomes plus. So 5 plus 3 becomes 8. Try it, subtract, use the diagram to help. So we have -2, and then we're going to subtract 5. So we're starting at -2 in the number line, we're going 5 further to the left, we're going 5 more negative. So that's why we have 7 negative black dots there. So our answer is going to be -7. For B, we have 1 minus 3, so we have 1 whole, and we're taking away 3, so we took away the 1 whole we had and 2 more, which leaves us with -2. Subtract. You can draw diagrams to help. I find one thing that helps is drawing out a number line. So if we look at our numbers here, we'll start with going from -10 to 10, and that should cover most of our problems, and we can always add on to the number line if we need it. I like to use the number line because it helps us see the jumps and why the answer becomes negative or positive. So for C, we've got -4 minus -6. Now, as I said earlier, 2 negatives in a row become a positive, so this becomes -4 plus 6. And we're going to start at -4, and we're going to hop 6 places to the right on the number line because it's a positive number now. And you can see when we do our 6 hops to the right, it becomes 2, positive 2. For D, we have 7 minus -2. Remember, 2 negatives in a row become a positive, so it becomes 7 plus 2, which is 9. For E, we have -6 minus 4. So we're going to start at -6, and we're going to hop 4 places to the left because we're taking away. So in this case, we started at the -6, we went to the -10 because we went 4 places to the left because we were subtracting. For F, we have -2 minus -6, so 2 minuses in a row become a positive. So we're going to start at -2, and because we're adding 6, we're going to move 6 jumps to the right. In this case, we end up at +4. For G, we have 9 minus -8, so we know 2 negatives in a row become a positive, so we end up with 9 plus 8, which is 17. For H, we have 4 minus 1, which is 3. For I, we have -5 minus 2, so we're going to start at -5 on the number line, and because we're subtracting, we're going to move 2 places to the left. So we end up with -7 as our answer. For J, we have 4 minus -1. We know 2 negatives in a row becomes a positive, so that becomes 4 plus 1, which is 5. For K, we have -7 minus -7, so 2 minuses in a row become a positive. So now we have -7 plus 7, and that's our additive inverse, a number plus its opposite, and we know that always equals 0. For L, we have -3 minus 1, so we're going to start at the -3 on the number line and move 1 place to the left because we're subtracting. That gets us -4. For M, we have 2 minus -3. We know 2 negatives in a row become a positive, so we get 2 plus 3, which is 5. For N, we have +1 minus 6. So we're going to start at the +1 on the number line and move 6 places to the left because we're subtracting. And then you can see we end up at -5. Please make sure you've copied down all the work in your math notebook and then glue in this page as well.